Well, I don't know if you've seen the latest news about government programs, but they're cutting back on the SNAP program. The SNAP is called Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. It used to be called food stamps. So this is extra money and for people to buy food that are lower income. But when you see these headlines, I mean, now they say like 500,000 to 1 million people, are going to be kicked off the rolls, and that's because of the way the laws were set up back in the 1996 or whenever they changed the requirements and all this kind of stuff. You only had 3 months to be on if you're an adult from 18 to 49. So it's just these people. It's a small selection of people that are going to hit their limit is what it is. And the limit actually is only 3 months. Unless you're working, part-time or something like that, or you're on a job training program. And there's a lot of problems with this because most states don't have job training programs. So I don't know what people are supposed to do. And it's still tough to have jobs, to get jobs now. There's waivers they can do, but now they're running out of the waivers to continue. So it's a little complicated. But if you're 18 to 24, have no children, and don't have any kind of disability, you may be limited now on getting any more of this food nutrition, supplemental, the SNAP, as they call it, and this is from the Department of Agriculture program. But what's important about it is don't think that this is like all the government is shutting down or everything. No, this program is growing like every other program. Fortunately or unfortunately, the government is still growing. It's just certain segments, that laws are set up and it's changing. So don't think, the sky is falling. It's just on some. So you have to be prepared, have to know about the program, and actually see what's interesting about the program. There's still the Department of Agriculture says itself they have about 13 million people that are still eligible that aren't applying. That's amazing. So right now I think there's about 38 million people are getting SNAP benefits, but there are 51 million people that are eligible to apply. And the eligibility, it goes up. It's every state is different, so the requirements for every state is different, and it's usually either 100% of poverty or 130% of poverty, which for a family of 4 is could be up to $30,000 a year. To get that kind of assistance. So to find out more about, if you're eligible or not, there's a SNAP hotline, 800-221-5689, 800-221-5689, or you could Google facts about SNAP, and you'll see the Department of Agriculture's all the questions and answers about it. It's called Facts About SNAP. And you get up to like $600 a month. Of food assistance. Now, the other thing, if you're part of this category that's going to be bumped off, call your congressman, complain, because you can't find a job, and that's what this is for. But other things to look at, what I want to make sure people are aware of, is there's nonprofit organizations around the country that provide food and food assistance and whatever. Like here in Maryland, we have. There's hundreds and hundreds of food banks and pantries and things like that, and they say that 750,000 people are food insecure. That's the name now, food insecurity. You don't have enough food. 1 in 8 Marylanders, just in my state alone, don't have enough food, and that they're missing 90 million meals a year. 90 million meals a year, man. This is an important problem we have. So how do you find these other organizations? Even if you're on the current program or it's not enough or whatever, there's really 2 buzzwords you want to look for. One is called food pantries, and there's a great website, foodpantries.org. foodpantries.org. And you'll see they have a list all by state. So like in Maryland, what is 124 food pantries alone in Maryland. New York has 1,207. Ohio 565. Another thing you could look at if you're going on the internet is Google and you put your state in, and then put food bank. So you have food pantries, food banks. I don't know the difference. They're both giving out food, helping people who need food. So, but food bank, that's another keyword. So put your state, say maybe you live in Alabama, something. So put Alabama food bank and see what comes up, because you'll see, there's, I just put like state food banks, and there's Arizona, Ohio, Florida, New York, Kentucky, all this kind of stuff. So that's another way to find what's going on out there. It's something seems wrong in my mind that people in this country have to worry about eating. We're the richest country in the world, and you think we're a third world country, and sure, people abuse the system the same way people abuse the tax system. I'm sure people with a lot of money are gaming the tax system, and I'm sure there's people that game the food or the SNAP system. But the programs are still there. They're not going away. They're growing every year, and it's responsibility. How do you do this? You could also call 211 in your neighborhood. That's a local hotline that finds you nonprofit organizations or government programs that help you with things like this. Or your local elected official. They're another source. So if you don't know how to find your local office of your congressman or senator, call your local library. They'll help you with anything.